Alright, in this tutorial right here, I'm going to show you how to condense and expand logarithms. So, in this two examples right here, I'm going to show you how to condense logarithms. So, what's condensed logarithms? So, when you condense logarithms, you're going to condense it into a single log using the properties of logarithms as the following. So, let's say you have log A plus log B. So, that property of logarithms, log A plus log B, is going to be log A times B. Alright, so now when you have log A minus log B, log is going to be log A divided by B. Alright, so there's a couple of properties of logs we're going to have to use to condense logarithms into a single log. Alright, number one, 3 log A minus 7 log B plus 9 log C. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to identify where they're positive. So log C is a positive 1. Log A is a positive 1. That means they're going to be on the numerator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write log. And then I'm going to just draw out the parentheses just like that. Alright, so now the next step what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these into its exponent form. So I'm going to move these into these exponents. Alright, so this is going to be log A to the third power minus log B to the 7th power, and it's going to be plus log C to the 9th power. Alright, so now that I got that, I'm going to put the fraction here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to identify which ones are positive, which we already did. So A is going to be on the top, it's going to be the numerator, so it's going to be A to the third. Alright, so I got that one. And then B is going to be on the bottom because it's negative, it's minus log B to the 7th. So B is going to be on this, it's going to be B to the 7th on the bottom here on the denominator. And then C to the 9th, which is going to be on top. So I'm going to write C to the 9th because it's plus log C to the 9th. So that's how you condense logarithms into a single log. And I'll give you one more example of that. Alright, consider this problem. Negative 3 log x plus 4 over 3 log y plus 6 log z. Condense this into a single log. So I'm going to go ahead and just write out log right here and then the parentheses. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to identify where's positive and negative. So 3 log x is going to be negative. Log y is going to be positive. And log z is going to be positive. So we know those are going to be on the top and then x is going to be on the bottom. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into its exponent. Alright, so it's going to be negative 3 log, or negative log x to the third, and it's going to be plus log y to the 4 over 3, and then it's going to be plus log z to the 6. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put x on the bottom here, and since it's negative log x, it's going to be x to the third here on the denominator, and then it's going to be log y to 4 over 3, so it's going to be y 4 over 3. And then in z, since it's positive z, it's going to be z to the 6. So that's how you just a way of doing condensing logs. That's my method showing you that's how you usually do them. Alright, expand the logarithms. Alright, so in the last couple of examples I showed you how to condense them into a single log. So when they're in this form, the condensed form, what we're going to do here is we're going to expand it. So that means we're going to have to write 3 terms of logs. Alright, so property logs, I'm going to go ahead and write this over here, these other formulas, is when you have log x raised to the n. So a property log tells us when we have log x raised to the n, you can move the n in front of the log. So it'll be n log x, because you pull down the n in front of the log x. So that's another property logarithms you might want to take note of. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So what I'm going to do here, the first step I'm going to do here is I'm going to write log 3 times. Just like this. Alright? So, because there's 3 variables. Alright, so then I'm going to identify which the numerator. So, the numerator means that they're positive, right? So, if it's a denominator, like C in this example, it's going to be negative. And A and B are going to be positive. So, it's going to be plus, plus. And C is going to be negative. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write A, B, and then C. And then it's going to be A plus B. And it's going to be minus C. Because C is in the denominator. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the exponents. So it's going to be A to the 7th. So it's going to be log A to the 7th plus log B to the 3rd, and then C to the 4th. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that formula or the property logs where you move the n in front of the log or the number in front of the log. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 7 in front of the log A, 3 in front of the log B, and then 4 in front of the log C. So this would be 3 log A plus, or 7 log A, excuse me, plus 3 log B minus 4 log C. And that's how you condense, or that's how you expand logs. Alright, one more example. Expand this one. Log, and then you have x to the 14th, y cubed, and z to the 12th. Alright, so I'm going to identify which ones are positive. So x and y are going to be positive because they're in the numerator, and then z is going to be negative because it's in the denominator. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write log 3 times. Alright? So it's x, y, and z. So x, y, and then z. Alright, so y and x are positive. So it's going to be log x plus log y, and it's going to be minus log z. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the exponents right here. So x to the 14th. It's going to be log x to the 14th, and then it's going to be y, log y cubed, and then z to the 12th. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that property logarithms where we move the exponents in front of the logs in order to expand them. So this is going to be 14 log x plus 3 log y minus 12 log z. So that's how you condense and expand logs. If you found this video insightful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch out for more videos on algebra. I'll do some more on like natural logs and logs later on, but this is just to get you a good understanding of logarithms and their properties. So thank you for watching. You have a good day.